844-580-9326. To the phone lines we go. Nick from Wickford, you're up now. You got a 1988 Camaro. It sounds like it has been starting. You're live with the Magic Mechanic.
Yes, thank you for taking my call.
No problem.
I have been listening to your show for quite a while. You guys did some work on my IROC back in '06, so it's been quite some time. And this thing was my daily driver for 17 years, and then it pretty much sat in the garage. And I would, crank it up at least once a week, take it out around the neighborhood just to make sure it kept going. And 6 months ago, the battery went dead, the front tire went flat, and I, neglected it, and it hasn't started in 6 months. And I'm concerned now that if I try to force start this thing, that it's going to do more damage. And I think it may be a fuel pump issue. I'm not smelling any gas.
Yeah, I'm probably going to agree with you there. Nick, see, what happens is if you let a vehicle set for, say 3, 4, 5 months, if it's got the ethanol fuel in it, that ethanol will separate from the gasoline. And it'll go to the very bottom of the tank. And that's why, it's kind of like when they have an oil spill. The oil spill, literally, oil is lighter than water. So oil actually floats on the water. Well, it's the same thing with water is heavier than ethanol fuel or any fuel. Water will go to the bottom. So when the ethanol separates from the gasoline, it turns into like a water, and it goes to the very bottom of your fuel tank. Well, you've got an electric fuel pump in your gas tank too, and that doesn't work out very well. It'll rust the impeller right straight up in that daggone electric fuel pump, and it'll lock it up, and it will not come back on. So, at this point, I really wouldn't try to, I could probably tell you how to get it to where it may get the fuel pump to work, even though it's been locked up. But the problem with it is all it's going to do is send all that crap in that gas tank right straight into the rest of your fuel system and probably cause you more problems. Best bet at this point, if you turn that key to the on position and you do not hear that fuel pump buzz for about 3 seconds, then I wouldn't do anything else with it until you drop the fuel tank, got all the old gas out of it, and put a brand new. Hopefully, you can still get an AC Delco fuel pump module that comes with the sending unit and then the factory fuel pump and everything. I would hope that we could still get that. But, that's the situation. The fuel pump is locked up. If it started and it ran fine 6 months ago and now you're dealing with this problem, that fuel pump has set in that fuel that has separated, and it's rusted and locked the impeller up inside of it, and it's not going to run. If you were to go and if that fuel pump was to have a little bit of a shock, it might take off and start working again. But the problem with it is, all it will do is just send all that right straight into the injectors, and it'll rust those up too. So I wouldn't do anything with it until, if you don't hear the fuel pump cycle when you turn the key to the on position, our next step, it's pull the fuel tank out. Take that sending unit and fuel pump module, right straight out of the top of the tank. Clean the tank out real good. And then, if there's rust inside the tank from this, you may want to get another fuel tank. But if it doesn't look rusty inside there, and you can take a light and look down inside. If it still looks pretty good in there and it's just the gas has gone bad, put the new fuel pump module in there, put you about 5 gallons of gas in it, cycle the key about 5 times on and off, and then on that 6th time, you'll hit that key and that thing will fire up just like it did 6 months ago. Nick, thank you so much for your call, and I hope this gave you some help.
And you can be like Nick and ask any of your automotive questions here on the Magic Mechanic Show by...
Hi, folks. Larry Perry here. For automotive information, maybe you got automotive questions on cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. Maybe you're thinking about purchasing a used vehicle, and maybe you just want my opinion. Tune in to the Magic Mechanic radio show every Saturday, 3 to 5 p.m. on wdbo.com. Also, tune in to our Magic Mechanic YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe. And we'll all get together, maybe fix a few cars while we're at it.